Steven, welcome to All About Property.
Thank you very much, Cornelius.
You do have a lovely home.
Thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you. Now, estate living has become very popular in recent years, especially in the last 20 years. Why is that?
Cornelius, I think 20 years ago, golf estates around the world became very fashionable. From a lifestyle point of view, from a gated community, security, return on investment, and pure lifestyle estates have become very popular within South Africa since then.
Now, the average price of homes in an estate is 3 times the national average. Why are people prepared to pay a premium for living in an estate?
Well, driving into an estate, you can see a pristine environment. You have architectural guidelines, so like-minded people live in secure environments. Their rights are protected. Estates generally have done very well purely because of their security and the lifestyle that they have to offer.
Now, there's also sectional title estates and freehold estates, which people have to consider when they want to buy into an estate. Just briefly explain to us the difference between the two and why would people choose one over the other?
So sectional title, you buy a section of a piece of land in a scheme, in a sectional title scheme. You would become part of the body corporate in the scheme. You would have levies that you'd have to pay, which would be for the common property, for the maintenance of the properties, the security, the access to the estate, and you'd have a fixed cost. So for an investor, it's quite easy to have a fixed cost to work out their returns. For people who don't want to maintain their own homes, it's much easier to do a budget. And I suppose like-minded people live in sectional title complexes like that,
yes.
Obviously a little bit more secure than most freehold properties.
Okay, and freehold properties?
So freehold property, you own the entire property, from the land to the building that's put on it. You maintain that property, it's for your own account. You have maybe a bit more freedom in choice of what you want to do on that property. Within an estate like this, you're still part of a homeowners association, but not a body corporate. So you'd pay your own rates and taxes, you pay your own maintenance on your property, and you pay a levy to be part of the body corporate.
Now, with freehold, are you allowed to make alterations to your home as you want to, or do you still have to stay within the estate's rules?
So normally in a freehold environment, in a suburb, you can make any changes to a property that you'd like. In an estate like this, you'd have architectural guidelines. There would be a building committee that would approve your plans, and you would have to conform in terms of those guidelines, as well as the color schemes that you can use and some of the landscaping, bricks that cladding, window coverings, awnings, things like that.
What is the difference between a body corporate and a homeowners association? And would the one normally be associated with sectional title and the other one with freehold?
Yes, so the homeowners association is normally with freehold. They would manage the environment that you live in, and it's normally run by trustees who would run according to the levies. They would get a budget to ensure that the estate is kept pristine and things function correctly, gardens and security, etc. In a sectional title environment, it's a body corporate. It's run also by trustees, but it's managed. They would have a budget to adhere to, and they'd make provisions for future maintenance, and they would take control of the entire maintenance of that scheme.
An estate is made up of different age groups, cultures and belief systems, and conduct rules are in place to protect the privacy, peace and tranquility of each community member.
There's also a huge consideration when it comes to the type of estate in terms of, do you buy in a newly built estate or an established estate? What are the pros and cons to each of these?
So a new estate, obviously, it's quite an easy calculation to do when there's land still available. You can do a calculation of the building cost of an average home versus including the land cost to get to your final budget that you'd want to spend. It's not that easy to stick to a budget. It's not that easy to have a timeline when you're buying on a new estate and maybe building your own home. An established estate, you know what you're in for, you know what the costs are, and generally they go up in value far quicker than a new estate in the area.
The price tag in an estate is hugely dependent on lifestyle offerings such as golfing, fishing, wildlife or amenities such as schools or even a hospital on the premises.
Sometimes you'll find smaller estates cost a lot more to live on because of the running cost of the estate. Our estate's obviously a much bigger estate. It's 254 homes here, all freehold property. It's on a golf course, on a beach, so there's obviously a lot to pay for that. We're the closest estate to the city, a freehold estate to the city. So from a lifestyle point of view, it might outrank other smaller estates that don't have the same kind of possession. But basically estates, I think, do incredibly well if they are very secure, they are in pristine condition, and more people want great internet access, so fibre on the estate as well.
Different estates offer different lifestyles. It is important to understand what your family's lifestyle requirements are and what is not negotiable.
And you've lived and sold homes on the estate for about 10 years?
That's correct.
Why is it so sought after?
Where can you live 10 kilometers outside a city on a beach, on a golf course, in a pristine environment? So we are very secure here, we are very happy here. It's a great bunch of residents here. So I'm proud to be a member of that community.
And you sell for the Leapfrog Property Group.
That's correct.
What makes Leapfrog different from other agencies?
So at Leapfrog we try to be trusted advisors. We know a lot about the market we work in. We can advise both buyer and seller about their purchase. Obviously it's the biggest purchase you make in your life for most people in the street. And we advise them accordingly what the pros and cons are of living on an estate like this. But we are part of the community and we are experts at what we do.
Steven, thank you very much. Lovely chatting to you.